He shot is good.
Well, you can see Carl Anthony Towns now is beyond just looking for his own shot. He's understanding, let me make the guys around me feel good.
Sexton passes to Clarkson. Back to Sexton. Outside Olynyk. 5 on the clock. Clarkson for 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in the game. From deep, MP. Utah with the rebound. Outside Sexton. Clarkson outside. And the three-pointer goes. Clarkson's got 5 now.
Well, the one thing about Clarkson, a little bit inconsistent from deep, so that's a welcome sight for his team.
Kicks it out to MP. Jacks up a 3. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. Give him 8 points now.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Marketed, pass to Olynyk. Clarkson against MP. And it's Clarkson missing. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 12-3 run. Conley passes to MP. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And Utah calls time here, coming off that win against the Sixers.
And despite falling behind in that one, they didn't get down on themselves. They stayed confident and found a way to turn it around.
Changes here for the Timberwolves. Anderson's checked in for Carl Anthony Towns. McDaniels comes in for Edwards. And it's Noel in for Mike Conley. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Hayward, the pass to Gay. Over Anderson. The Jazz with another miss.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Good. You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile One drive.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
To the paint. Here's Avachi. Will it go? And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Minnesota.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
The other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great. I'll tell you, this league's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Fires the 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 6th rebound out of bounds. Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Now here's Sexton. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive. Hayward outside. Anderson against Gay. Shot clock at 6. There's the triple. He buries it from 3. 6 points for him.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
MP. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves finishing the quarter with an 8-point.
11. Ready to move? Here are your Minnesota.
And again, happy Martin Luther King Day as we return to the court here on 2K Sports. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
They've got MPs. Kyle Anderson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Anthony Edwards, and it's Conley in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Cavaliers was tremendous. He ended up with 37 points, and the defense never found a way to force him out of his rhythm. He put up huge numbers last time out. We'll see if it's more of the same tonight. Guys?
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Marking it outside. You know, for most players, being a starter has value. But Grant, some elite teams have been elevated by great players who have accepted a reserve role.
And it's really special, B.A., when you have that. Players who are willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. Putting winning first at all costs. You think about it through the years. Manu Ginobili with the Spurs, Andre Iguodala in Golden State. It really can galvanize a team and lead to winning championships.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Abaji. A shot to stop the run. And another miss by Utah.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother them.
Shot on the wing. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Conley. MP's got 17 points. Timeout called. The Jazz. Last time they met in Salt Lake City.
If they want to beat these guys this time, they have to do better on the glass. That was their undoing.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressive.
So a pretty lopsided game for the first half.
55. The Jazz. 22.
And proud to have you with us on Martin Luther King Day for a special presentation of the NBA. Minnesota's gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. So the Utah 5 right now. They've got Kelly Olynyk, Colin Sexton out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. MP no good. Here's Sexton. Pass to Olynyk. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Fires from deep. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Minnesota shooting a sensational 78% from the field in this game. MP no good. Over MP. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. MP finds Edwards. Back to MP. He shoots. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. MP's got 19 points.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Markkanen inside. Guarded by Edwards. That one goes. Count it.
Markkanen, the big man from Finland. He can flat score it, folks.
I mean, Jordan Clarkson is huge in the Philippines. His family with roots there, traveling out to Manila with NBA cares, drawing huge crowds. Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Sexton passes to Olynyk. Now Markkanen, guarded by Edwards. Markkanen against Edwards. And the shot goes in. And Clarkson in 2018 suited up for the Philippines national team.
NBA Clarkson's NBA games are a must-watch in the Philippines. Kids watching Clarkson's games in the morning before heading to school. They say, forget the cartoons, we want to watch hoops. And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Markkanen outside. Down low. Here's Sexton. The shot off that time. Conley with some nice D.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Yep, that one's good. Edwards got 9.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
Clarkson outside. No good on the 3.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Fires from the wing, and MP gets it to go on the assist by Towns.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And here's Sexton. He's been an important part of this offense, averaging around 22 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. The three-pointer off the mark.
Not his best night, and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way. Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Pass to Markkanen. And looks like an illegal pick was set against the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty.
Clarkson outside. Back to Sexton. Clarkson with the ball. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul, 15 foul.
First one
Shooting
falls.
for Utah, Kessler. 2 shots.
So he gets them both. There's 37 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. We've got Austin Rivers. MP is out there with Jordan McLaughlin. Then there's Kyle Anderson, and it's Knight in at the 5. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
That was just an awful decision. I mean, you have to keep the clock moving. There's no reason to foul it.
The first free throw is good.
Shooting for Utah.
Both shots good from the strike. 24 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Back to MP. The rebound by the Jazz. Sexton with it. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They did. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long and good night, everyone.
Great game tonight. You guys really dominated on offense, and you in particular couldn't miss. What was the key to your performance tonight?
Facts, man. Come on, we out here.
So how did you manage to be so successful tonight?
Man, I did what I had to do. You know, we had to get this dub, man. You know, time to put up or shut up. What you think I did? I put up. Shout out to Coach for letting me roll, by the way.
You seem pretty happy with your performance.
Man, I'm just out here trying to hoop, man. That's it. Just hooping.
I like it. Great choice.
Hi, how are you? How are you doing today? Yeah, we're just grinding the hard way. From 60 to 99.
The legend grind this year was actually pretty meant for what I do, because my favorite game mode on the game is actually the ones court. So the 100,000 points went very well with us.
Wait, so you're telling me a chunk of your 100,000 points came from 1v1 games?
Oh, all of them, to be honest.
やっぱり
Greg, been some talk within the league about adding a mid-season tournament. What are your thoughts on that possibility?
I mean, with the success of the play-in tournament, which, in full disclosure, I was not for, but love now, I can see why they're considering it.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Conley out there with MP. And it's Edwards in at the small forward. And the officials have called the illegal swing right there.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Smith against Conley. MP outside. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Here's Jokic. 2 points. That one goes.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there. And back in 2021, Nikola Jokic became the lowest drafted player to ever win the MVP. The 41st pick of the draft, the first second-round pick to win the award.
It's good. About 1 minute into the first quarter. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, I caught up with Coach Mike Malone. They have won their one matchup against this team so far. He said the first order of business was for them to score against a very tough shot-blocking team inside. He said in a game like this, you can't turn down perimeter looks. It could be the key to victory. See if he's right, Kevin.
Good information, D.A. Thanks. It'll be interesting to see which steps they take to accomplish their goal.
And, guys, getting any kind of rhythm going offensively, I think would be a win against that defense.
Yeah, if you build the confidence early on, that'll go a long way. If you don't, wow, this could be a long one.
And from second rounder to MVP, Greg, Nikola Jokic. What a story.
Amazing, Kevin. And, you know, one thing the Joker did to transform his game, dedicate himself to his conditioning. Jokic is in much better shape now than when he first entered the league.
Now, here's MP. Following the miss by Michael Porter.
Now, their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Smith against Conley. Smith the pass to Porter. Shot to stop the run. It's rebounded by Towns.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And here's MP for three. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first.
Not a problem. That's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Here's Caldwell Pope. That one doesn't drop. Gobert with the defensive effort. And it's Conley with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
Yeah, you could see they were pressing in that one, and the shooting percentages dipped because of it.
I'll say anytime you're having trouble getting over that 40% field goal mark, it's probably not going to be your night.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right. They're just not playing their best.
And here are the Nuggets now. A 12-point game. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure in that one. Didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
Out on the perimeter, it's Caldwell Pope and Porter Jr. Jokic is out there with Green, and it's Smith in at the one spot. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Conley dishes to MP. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. MP's got 8. Now some sneakerheads will be interested to hear. MP has inked his first shoe deal. Always an exciting moment for a young player.
And I'm hearing MP is going with Nike. That should be a great partnership.
Pass to Smith. 6 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And it's Gordon missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Playing games at altitude here in Denver, Brent. How does it affect the player?
Well, you could say it's mental, but I could tell you from experience, Kevin, it is physical. I mean, it does hit you. You got to get past that early burn before you can get back into the endurance part of your condition.
And here's Smith. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. To the paint. It's good from Gordon on the assist by Smith.
I'm watching Ish Smith watch his teammates. Great swing to the wide open man for the uncontested shot.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Utah was all business. He dropped in 29 points and turned some heads when he did his work from beyond the arc, not usually his forte. It was a breakout game for the rookie. He turned a lot of heads, putting up numbers like that. Who knows how far he can go from here, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
You know, it seems like we're seeing more teams, Brent, use zone defense these days. Not too long ago, zone was almost non-existent in the league.
Well, Kevin, you couldn't play zone. Even though there were zone principles in man-to-man defense, it used to be an illegal defense to set up in a 2-3 zone that you see teams doing nowadays. I'm very interested if the league does, in fact, do away with illegal defense and allow coaches to use whatever defensive scheme they need to do to slow up their opposition. It might do something in terms of producing more shots so we don't get stagnation with just threes all the time. We'll see if that happens.
Jokic passes to Porter. Kicks it to Smith. Gordon against Towns. And it's Gordon missing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
MP, good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Smith. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 18. And a wide open look for MP. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Caldwell Pope outside. 1:43 left now here in the second. Smith up top, covered by Conley. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. And another miss by Denver. Timberwolves have gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second
my
quarter.
bad.
Pretty impressive.
And hey, what a career Caldwell Pope has had to this point.
He's been such a great complimentary guard. He just takes care of the ball. He shoots well all over the floor. He's a 3-point threat. He certainly accepts the responsibility and the challenge defensively. He's carved out a career that's going to get longer.
Denver calls timeout. MP's really making a difference here.
Man, he continues to burn them with his scoring. The coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
And a whole new lineup here for the Nuggets. Minnesota also making some changes. Kyle Anderson comes in for Towns. And it's McDaniels in for Edwards. Najee passes to Brown. Here's Green looking to end the run. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Minnesota ball.
.104 left in the first half. Pass to McDaniels. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And that's 19 points for MP. Conley against Brown. Braun covered by MP. They grab their own miss. Brown misses in close.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
MP, good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. To the hoop, and they double up Brown. Releases, and again, Denver no good.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and just makes it worse.
The other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided, but Timberwolves on top, running away with it. And we'll get going. After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, a pair of number 1 picks are at the forwards, Edwards and Towns. MP is out there with Conley, and it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Good defense by MP.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Gobert, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 5 assists in the game. Jokic passes to Porter. Smith dishes to Gordon. Lays it up off the glass. And Gordon's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And Aaron Gordon not hesitating because the defender was close. He just kept going.
Conley kicks to MP. And a miss there on the triple. Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Porter. Jokic with it. His offensive numbers jump right off the screen at you. He's averaging over 29 points a game. Smith for three. The Nuggets with a new 14. Jokic trying to free himself up. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. MP outside. Here's Towns. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Towns has got 12.
The long arms, the positioning. Towns is excellent at knowing how to gobble up those second chance opportunities.
Caldwell Pope against MP. Caldwell Pope outside. It's stolen by Gobert. On the wing, MP. Jokic defending. And there's the bucket from MP.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Michael Porter Jr. was a top prospect in his high school class, but his back injury has presented a constant challenge. He says, it changed my perspective. I'm just going to get up every day and try to be better than I was the day before. If I'm giving my best every day, then I'm good. Back to you guys.
Well, you hope he stays healthy. That has been a concern. Thanks, David. Jokic passes to Porter. And again, Denver no good.
I saw a green light there. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
And the foul called on MP. That's it. Here's Jokic. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But when you're winning control of the game and it just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.
Wow, you really showed out tonight. Is this the best game of your young career?
Man, I don't see it that way. You know, I've had a bunch of good games. Yeah, I scored a lot of points or whatever, but I could do more. You know, I'm just glad that we got this win. But nah, man, this ain't my best game. I can do a whole lot more.
Oh, yeah? I mean, what else could you do? How could you possibly play better on offense?
I mean, I definitely passed up on some looks, you know, trying to get my teammates involved. Man, honestly, I could have scored another 10, 12 points easily.
Well, you got to win anyway, which is the important part. And a bonus, you had a great game. Congrats.
fast-paced game today, it seems. These teams like to get out on the break and run as much as possible, Greg.
Hey, B.A., get your popcorn. There'll be a lot of speed out there, almost a track meet. Believe that. Yeah, you see each side has a great deal of speed. Both teams will be looking to play to their strength and get easy buckets in transition.
Now let's take a look at Toronto's starting lineup. The forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam. Fred VanVleet out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Achua in at the 5. Now VanVleet, an effective score for them, scoring around 21.5 points a game. Anunoby, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And it's hard to overstate the impact OG Anunoby has on defense, Greg.
Hey, B.A., an absolute terror on the wings. I mean, he has great length, moves well, just one of the best one-on-one perimeter defenders in the league.
When you talk about OG Anunoby, here's a guy who gets better every season, works hard on his game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And here are the Raptors now, after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Here's Barnes. It doesn't go for him. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Pass to MP. Cranked it in off the glass. MP's got his second bucket of the night. Well, you figured the advertising offers would come rolling in for MP. He'll be the new face of Kia in their NBA campaign.
I'll tell you what, not a bad face to have in the world of endorsements. MP is getting better each day, and sponsors are taking notice. I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Conley passes to MP. There's the 3. Offensive board. And Gobert with the stuff.
You see how seriously Gobert takes rebounding, just getting after it. Great activity.
Outside Barnes. Pass to Anunoby. VanVleet outside. Right side Barnes. Rebound Minnesota. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
And with this matchup being East versus West, this is the first of only 2 meetings between these teams.
Very difficult game to predict. They are not familiar with each other. I expect to see a lot of in-game adjustments tonight on both sides.
And just crashes the glass with effort and intensity. I mean, how do you box a guy out like Towns?
Here's VanVleet. Oh, that one's off. Still out of sync. Conley passes to MP. Here's Towns. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3. Toronto trailing. So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Siakam and Achua down low at the 4 and the 5. OG Anunoby out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Trent in at the small forward.
You don't need a roadmap. He's got open court in front of him like that.
Yeah, he's a one-man show in transition. Impressive play, taking it right to the rim.
And that streaking rack attack is the mobile one drive.
Yeah, and in close games like this one, B.A., you need toughness. Guys who will run to the fight and get after it.
The shot's good.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Here's Achua. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Here's MP, plenty of space. That shot off the mark. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You were right about that, B.A. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges.
And Minnesota has possession. The Raptors making their last shot. Shot is good by Edwards.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Pass to Anunoby. Now Van Vliet. He's guarded by Conley. 10 feet away. And Gobert with a block.
What a block by Gobert. You expect that from a player who has led the league in blocks. That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
Now here's Conley. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
They are making a statement so far on the defensive end, sending shots away in incredible fashion, loving the hustle.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Nuggets delivered quite a performance. He added 29 points and was so dialed in from range, the defense had to make adjustments to go out and guard him. Total domination from him. Faced very little resistance. We'll see if it's the same story here tonight. Guys?
Well, it'll be interesting to see how much of that performance carries over into this one.
His goal is to provide whatever the team needs from him on that particular evening.
Well, that's what it means to be unselfish, putting the team's interests first. As you say, he just wants to come away with the W.
And Toronto calls time here. Well, you know it takes courage to draw charges. Guys get trucked all the time, and they still call a blocking foul. You think more of those should be no calls, Grant?
You know, B.A., courage is the right word. If you're willing to step in there and sacrifice your body for the sake of the team, you know what? You don't give them a charge. I prefer the no call. I like that idea.
Towns is checked in for Anderson. Pirtle's checked in for Toronto. Scotty Barnes comes in for Trent. The Raptors have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Pass to Pirtle. Van Vliet outside.
2 minutes.
Outside Barnes. 6 to shoot. Here's Pirtle. And the Raptors miss again.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Here's MP. And MP throws it down.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
So it's Toronto now. 11-point game. Pass to Barnes. Back to Anunoby. Van Vliet with it. Inside. Here's Pirtle. And as solid as Pirtle is during the game, his free throws can be an issue.
It really limits his minutes during close games late. But he's right around 50% for his career. He has decent form, so there is some hope for improvement.
You know, the first player ever drafted out of Austria, Jakob Pirtle, is blazing his own path, inspiring a new wave of basketball players.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. McDaniels checked in. Boucher's checked in for Toronto.
First team foul.
And here's Conley. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. And MP with a basket on the assist by Conley. Conley's got 4 assists now tonight. You know, Pirtle's country of Austria, they've never qualified for the games or world championships, Smitty.
You're right, B.A. I know he really carries the flag for Austria and hoops, but the game is growing there because of Jakob Pirtle. Look at what Dirk did for their neighbors in Germany.
And their free throws have dropped off in this quarter. They're settling for too many jump shots right now. And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Now here's Van Vliet. Outside Barnes. And Anunoby for 3. Minnesota with the rebound.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
And the basket by MP.
There's some good stuff out here. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come off of nice passes.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Hurdle. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
I mean, if height wasn't enough, Towns also has serious athleticism. There's just no easy shots when he's around.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
MP shot is good.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close.
42, the Raptors, 25.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Here's Edwards. A 17-point lead, their biggest. At the forward spots, it's Edwards and Towns. Mike Conley out there with MP. And it's Gobert in at the center position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. And down it goes. 2 points.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
And this is exactly what you love to see. Up big, not letting up, keep on applying pressure to their defense.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, guys, Pascal Siakam's play had dipped for a while after he got the big bag. He said, it was like, you got the max contract, but are you the guy? That's something I really struggled with. But there's still another level that I can get to, and I see myself as an all-star, and there's a lot more to unleash. Brian?
Yeah, just now entering his prime, Allie. Thank you.
What a fearless competitor Van Vliet is. Figures out ways to score inside while being covered.
And here's MP from outside. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got 7 assists in the game. Now a timeout called by Toronto.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Outside Barnes. Van Vliet, the pass to Achua. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Noel, he's checked in for Mike Conley.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Outside Anunoby from behind the arc. And again, no good by Toronto.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Sinks it from distance.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. To halt the run, Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. MP's got 12 points here in the second half.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
The Raptors have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Outside Barnes. 3-pointer Van Vliet. Minnesota with a rebound. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Ugly start to this half. Hitting just 20% from the field. You gotta pick it up.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Now here's Barnes. Boy, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Count it. Good.
Rock solid squeeze right there. The defender got completely lost.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First team foul. At the line for your Timberwolves.
They throw good. And some changes here.
Substitution on the board.
Well, when you look at the wing position, how do you feel it's evolved since you played, Smitty?
Well, they've been asked to do more, BA, especially on the defensive end. Mostly wings now are asked to guard 1 through 5 with teams switching a lot. And also a lot of these wing guys are asked to run the offense. This is why Gobert shoots a high percentage. He understands how to carve out room inside and finish.
So for Toronto right now, Siakam and Achua down low at the 4 and the 5. Barnes is out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Covington in at the 3. Now here's MP. Gets the 3 to fall. MP's got 31 points.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from 3.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Outside Barnes. Goes up at the elbow. Goes back up. Covington, no good.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Oh, got that one up quick. MP's got 6 here in the quarter.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Covington against Edwards. Back to Anunoby. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Covington.
You want unselfishness, but you also...
And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it, too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort, and they were just dominant out there.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports coverage of the NBA. We'll see you next time.
Congratulations, you guys really pulled away thanks to you finding the bucket. How does it feel?
Man, listen, there's a lot of love on this squad, man. And these guys go out here, and these guys are my brothers, flat out. You know, they trust me to take these shots. So it feels good to get, validated that they trust me by knocking them down.
Did the coach tell you to look more for your outside shot?
Man, coach wants us to take the right shot. And that's usually an open three-pointer or a layup. They were laying off me tonight, so, I took the shot. But if they press up, I know my teammates are going to cut and get open after that.
Looks like a winning strategy. Right on. Thanks, man.
Hey, need some help? Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do. You got it, come on.
All right, fellas, let's get to work. Congrats on the win, but we have a lot of work to do if we want to keep it up. Let's stay focused in practice today. We're going to get a lot of shots today. I'm looking to get our shooting percentages back up in the next game. All right, let's get set up and start practice.
Let's go. Gear up. We good. Oh, yeah. Hey, help. Right here. Shot. Right.
Keep it going.
Let's go! Shot! Get ready.
work in practice today. Make sure you get some reps in before you leave the gym.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're going to do.
Now we're rolling.
Hey, keep shooting. Hit the clock, man. Keep shooting. Keep shooting, baby. Hey, good luck, though. Hey, don't worry about it. Keep shooting. Hey, it's all right, man. Keep shooting. You're about to get off my court.
I'm ready to go.
Richard, we're seeing a lot more back-to-backs now at this mid-portion of the season. What are those like to play in pro player?
Oh, they are
are fun because it's a mental challenge and it's a physical challenge more than anything on that one. But I love it. I am not opposed to back-to-backs because you know what? There were players that used to have to play them and fly on flights in the morning. Now we get to fly on private jets. So if they can do it, we can do it.
And you got to get your rest, though, between those games, don't you?
Yeah, you got to get your rest. You got to get your sleep. But do not eliminate the back-to-backs. I love it.
Here's the starting group for Houston. The post pairing for him, Smith along with Şengün. Jalen Green is out there with Washington. And it's Martin in at the small forward. Now, here's Washington. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Here's Washington. It's a 3-point game. Shot clock at 2. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. A nice shot by MP.
It's showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction. Boy, this hurts to have to bring up, but I was there for the Rockets title-winning days back in '94 when I was with the Knicks. I saw Houston in the finals firsthand.
Now, here was Martin. Against Charlotte, he was really on his game. Houston needs to get a shot from deep Washington. That one misses. And Minnesota will come the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Back-to-back titles for the Rockets in the mid-90s. We were just talking about that. What sticks out to you about those teams?
First and foremost, the dream. Hakeem Olajuwon, he doesn't get his due at times. The dream is one of the all-time greats. Olajuwon's defense really changed games.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by, let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Good evening, Kevin. I was able to talk with the Rockets head coach. They've had a difficult time in this matchup. They've lost both games so far this season. I asked him how he thought they could turn around. He said, we have to improve our defensive intensity, quicken our rotation. We can make things tough around the rim with our shot blockers, but we also have to close out on the perimeter. We'll see if they can flip the script tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Obviously, they feel that's the strategy that will help them develop.
Kevin, when you're disrupted defensively, especially early on, that can help change the complexion of the rest of the game.
And that priority on defense establishes a team-first mentality. Guys have to work as a unit. It's a good mindset to get into early.
And with that lightning first step of Jalen Green, very few defenders have a chance of keeping him in front.
Sinks the triple. That's 12 points for MP.
And the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Knocked loose and stolen by MP. Here's the 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And Greg, one thing about that blinding speed of Green, he's got to make his reads faster as well.
I think the game is slowing down for him, though, Kevin. And that and speeding up his shot release will make him even tougher to deal with.
Minnesota with the ball, following the score by Houston. Conley gets the bucket.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Now, here's Green. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 18. MP outside. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 4 assists now tonight. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Houston. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
It just seems like the defense wasn't interested. They got away with one.
Now, here's Green. 4 on the shot clock. He slams it down right on top of Carl Anthony Towns.
This is a smart play by Green, getting some help with the screen instead of trying to do it all by yourself.
Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam King.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Green against MP. Green passes to Şengün. Out left to the wing. And the wide open shot from Green. Green missing again.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Here's Martin. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. There's the 3. Was shot off that time. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Sitting at a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Right back after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Timberwolves team out there.
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc, and as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
And so in the game for the Rockets, we've got Jason Tate. Washington out there with Kaminsky. And it's Christopher in at the shooting guard. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Alden. David.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Raptors was phenomenal. He dropped in 34 points, and all game long he seemed like he couldn't miss from outside the arc, converting many times from distance. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
And Jason Tate, talk about positional flexibility. I don't know if you call him an oversized guard or an undersized forward.
He even played some center at Ohio State. NBA scouts weren't sure what his position was. He kind of flew underneath the radar, went undrafted, but everybody knows his name now.
Now, here's MP. Following the miss by Frank Kaminsky. They get it again. Gobert. And slammed up by Gobert.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Richard, so much of today's NBA defense is about covering the pick and roll. As a player, he is. So it's the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Into the first half with the score. Your Minnesota Timberwolves 63. The Rockets 29.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Their number 1 picks are at the forwards. Edwards in town. Conley out there with MP. And it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Cranes the three-pointer. MP's got 24 points.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Martin against Edwards. Martin dishes to Green. We have a step back. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Pass to Washington. Back to Green. Houston moving it around. And Green slams it in.
Green has been locked in, really powering this offense.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. MP outside. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Outside, Green. Martin wide open. He fires. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Martin against Edwards. And finished off by Gobert.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Green kicks to Martin. Back to Green. Fires it up. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now tonight. MP, he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. That's now 32 points for MP. The Rockets have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. Some changes for Minnesota. Kansas City's checked in for Towns. McDaniels comes in for Edwards. And it's Noel in for Mike Conley. Now, here's Washington. A shot by Tate with no one around. The Rockets with another miss.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Anderson passes to MP. They get it back, and Gobert kicks to MP. Gobert trying to get open, and MP with the basket on the assist by Gobert. And now that's 35 points for MP.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. He gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Outside, Green. Kaminsky with the bounce pass. The pass to Washington. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
MP,
number 24.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Tate kicks to Washington. Fires the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. And the shot goes down.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Pass to Washington. Here's Kaminsky. Passes it to Tate. Tipped away. Stolen by Anderson. Pass to Noel. For the 3. Good. And the assist goes to MP. Noel's got 7.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Kaminsky with the ball. And here's Washington outside.
And every miss finds its way to his hand. What an impressive performance.
You aren't exaggerating. You don't get the...
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. We've got Frank Kaminsky, and it's Nix in at the guard position.
Looked like he just rushed it there. Just maybe take a little bit more time in the future.
MP, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Ball's knocked loose. And here we go. MP heading to the hoop. And MP throws it down.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
And those might be the easiest points of the month for him.
And the pass to Christopher. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Pass to Kaminsky. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Used his pitch to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And even down big, the effort and energy is still there to try and make a comeback.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
Nix passes to Kaminsky. Here's Nix. And even with the ratings going strong, the younger generations often cord cutting. How does the NBA engage that audience?
Kevin, I think making game action trend on social media, and when big moments happen for maybe a small fee.
Good hour from three.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. McLaughlin, the pass to MP. Rockets with the rebound. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. To the inside. Here's Nix. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Minnesota. The first one falls. Richard. So it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. And the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in.
You shot a great percentage tonight after some struggles earlier this season. What did you notice tonight with your shooting?
Yeah, coach was encouraging me to shoot more, especially when open, So I tried to step into those open looks, even when it's early on the shot clock. My college coach hated those early threes, but it's the NBA.
Kind of weird that you're getting the green light at the higher level, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's still something I'm getting used to, but I enjoy it, There's more spaces at this level, and the team needs me to be, a threat beyond the arc to create lanes, open for everyone else. So I'm just happy to play my part.
Well, you played it beautifully tonight. Thank you for your time.
Anytime, man.
we are continuing our virtual rap party with our good friends. Welcome back to the show, Bash World and King Jordan. How are you guys feeling today? Bash, you start first.
I'm doing great, wonderful. I'm happy to be here. You know, y'all my family, so whenever I get a chance to be on 2K TV, I'm ready to rock and roll.
And I'm excited to be here too as well. It's always a great celebration to be here on 2K TV. I always feel like it's
We are going to see a lot of action on the perimeter in this one. Mark, these teams are skilled three-point shooters.
I would not disagree with any of that, BA. We'll see, though, which side is able to disrupt the opposing shooters. I mean, defense is going to play a role in this.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. MP is out there with Mike Conley. And it's Edwards in at the 3. Now here's Washington. Boy, he just disappeared against Minnesota. They needed him. Edwards, the pass to Conley. Here's MP. And it's Martin with the rebound. All alone. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Last time they met in Minneapolis.
They came away with an easy win last time, due in large part to their work on the glass.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meet. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle. Boy, you get everything you want from a young star in Anthony Edwards. I mean, excellent all-out energy in every minute he's on the floor. Plays hard and with great intensity, and he's got a commitment to working hard in practice. That is a really good combination for one of your franchise players.
Just 5 on the clock. Martin misses. Outside Edwards. Over Green. Shot is good by Edwards. Edwards got his second basket of the night. Well, practice certainly has paid off when you look at Anthony Edwards' stat line, Clark.
Yeah, improvement across the board, VA, and that doesn't just happen by accident or osmosis. You got to put the work in. In almost every category, his game is only getting stronger and better. The future, extremely bright for this young man, especially if he can keep that arrow green and going forward. You know, the fact is, he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Towns finds MP. Edwards against Smith. From deep, MP sinks the tray.
24. And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Back to Washington. Drops in the layup for 2.
And Washington can hurt you at close range. Nice touch on the point-blank shot.
Washington against Conley. Let's go with a 3. Rockets with a rebound. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
MP, the pass to Towns. Over Smith. And another basket for Minnesota.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Martin. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. And it's all from three-point range.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Here's MP. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. MP's got 5.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Well, everything's coming too easy. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays.
And guys, what I like about the Rockets, they have stockpiled talent. I know they're young, but they focused on getting as many pieces as they can.
Smith plays the 4 with Şengün at center. Josh Christopher is out there with Jalen Green. And it's Martin in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. From deep, MP drops in the 3. MP's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. So what do you think the most important thing for young teams like the Rockets?
Well, B.A., it comes down to playing time. I mean, Houston has done a great job of playing their kids. But let me tell you guys, nothing substitutes for game time in the NBA. Learning by playing. That's what it's all about.
Pass to Anderson. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Minnesota.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
Green for 3. The shot won't fall. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. This game following their win against the Rockets.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Pass to Green. Şengün against Gobert. Martin outside. Back to Şengün. Green for 3. The Rockets with another miss.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Man, it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Timeout called. Houston, they come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
You know, in that game, there was just too much disparity in effort level between the two teams, especially on the glass.
You know, I think that was the big difference in the game. One team was pounding the glass relentlessly, while the other team, not so much.
Mike Conley's checked in for McLaughlin. Green finds Smith. Pass to Christopher. They need this. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Anderson's got 5 rebounds in the game. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. MP's got 8 points here in the quarter.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Back to Christopher. Here's the 3. The Rockets with another miss.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And, you know, they've got to be careful. This is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Rockets really lit up the floor. He finished with 47 points, and it was his highest point total of the season. He was focused, very productive. The team leaned on him all night. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Timeout called. The Rockets. We've seen the pace of the game ratchet up every year, Clark. Might that trend reverse at some point?
I don't think so, P. I mean, the game is meant to be played fast, and because of the potency of the three-point shot, the skill level of the players, the athleticism, I think you're going to continue to see teams play with a lot of pace because that's easier in terms of producing points.
Towns, he's checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Anderson. Outside for Green. 1:36 left to play in the first half.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
And here's MP from outside. And he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Pass to Tate. Green with the ball. To the inside. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't have a chance for the and one.
Noel, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 1:07 left in the second. From deep, MP. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Washington outside. Back to Green. Pass to Tate.
Timberwolves foul. Number 24. First personal foul. Second.
And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for your Rockets.
And so Tate nails both of them.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Back to Green. Washington outside from downtown. And it's MP with a rebound. Timberwolves shooting at a very efficient 67%. Here's Noel. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
And through the first half.
With a score, your Rockets 13, the Timberwolves 48.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And here's Minnesota now. Boy, you look at Jalen Green, all the tools to be a star.
It may take some time. Now, growing up, he was always the most talented, but he is a gym rat and a worker, a grinder. So I bet on him to reach his full potential soon.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. At the forward spots, it's Edwards and Towns. MP is out there with Mike Conley. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Edwards. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
First personal foul.
You know, with his strength and body control, Edwards should be an and-one machine at this level.
Anthony Edwards, shooting 1.
They throw good, Edwards. Now here's Washington, taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. Smith right side. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in the game.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Washington finds Şengün. Back to Washington. This one for 3. The Rockets again can't hit.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
They grab their own miss. And the basket by Towns.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
The Rockets have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Green, the pass to Martin. Now Washington. Smith outside. Pass to Green. The Rockets again can't hit.
Boy, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
MP. And the layup falls.
24.
MP's got 32 points.
They're really working the paint now.
Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Martin outside. Back to Green. Over MP. The Rockets with another miss.
Well, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Count the basket.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Boy, they're in a rough patch right now.
Yeah, momentum is definitely not on their side.
Pass to Martin. Back to Washington. Fires for three. And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's foul number 2 for him. Christopher, And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Well, last season, Clark, there were a flurry of moves at the trade deadline. Big in-season moves are common now.
Yeah, you know, BA, GMs are not afraid to make bold trades mid-year, and so much of their jobs ride on how successful their teams are and what kind of players they can acquire. So they're willing to roll the dice in an effort to hit a home run.
Smith plays the 4 with Şengün at center. Josh Christopher is out there with Kenyon Martin. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Out to the right wing. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron.
And you can see Smith has the vision. Now, it'll be interesting to watch that part of his game continue to develop.
MP outside, puts it up. Again, the Timberwolves score.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Timberwolves.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And tonight's win will give them an even 40 on the year.
And we don't see this too often with how competitive this league is, but they won all 4 meetings against the Rockets.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished. You know, a smart, savvy, talented vet like Austin Rivers is a real get for any team. I mean, he knows how to make the most of his minutes. He accepts and understands his role, and he really just focuses on delivering for his team.
First free throw is good. So both teams changing it up here. And so he makes both from the line. 32 seconds left in the game. Pass to Nix. Back to Christopher. Oh, no good again that time. 4-3. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Here's Nix. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. We'll see you later.
Congratulations on the win. But how do you make it look so easy at such a young age?
Thanks, Nate. I mean, it's definitely not easy. I try to bring that intensity and that aggression on a nightly basis. I'm not always going to shoot like I did tonight, but I can definitely bring that energy and let the chips fall where they may.
Wait. But hold up. You was on fire tonight, dropping threes from the suburbs. Come on now. Give us a little more than this, oh, shucks, routine, man.
Nate, man, you're killing me, man. I appreciate it. I try to get in the gym 3 times a day to get some shots up.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working on my outside shot nonstop, on my form and, my fundamentals overall. Things is just, I guess, starting to click,
Mm-hmm. It sure looks like it. Congrats, man.
Thanks, man.
Mama.